I came prepared for the week. How about you?
What'd you bring?
A Werther's Original.
You should have been here for the exclusive pre-show content, which we did not record, where we discussed the Werther's Original. Just want to explain.
We sure did.
We sure did.
We should probably get this show on the road.
Yeah.
We should.
All right.
Mike and John got it going on. Cougar Monday's got it going on. Mike and John got it going on. Cougar Monday's got it going on.
You know, we should take this time to
Yeah.
welcome all of Susan's friends because they watch on Mondays.
That's true. Our listership and viewership seems to go
Spikes.
way up on Mondays, and then everyone's like, she's not on this.
So
she's
you
not
did
on it."
notice that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those views are way up.
The
there.
ratings are up on Mondays.
Yeah. Well,
And so are their advertising rates.
can you blame people? I mean, you know.
Can you believe and blame them?
Can you believe and blame? I don't know.
Is Porky Pig here? Believe, believe, believe.
So.
Believe.
Okay. Anyway, so
Yeah, welcome, Susan.
Yeah. So yes, and quite a weekend, I would say
It was?
it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why was it quite a weekend?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well,
You hit the lotto?
although a gentleman from Howell did, and based on the responses on
He's got
our,
a lot of
on our story,
relatives he didn't
hey,
know."
long lost Uncle Dave,
Oh gosh.
how you doing, buddy? I'm like, well, sorry.
You know, Dave could probably
Yeah.
donate some of that money to the podcast.
Well, Dave, if you would like to take out a commercial in which you tell people, I am not going to give you money,
that's a great
you
idea.
could do that here.
Yes.
You give us the money.
But we'll get your message.
But we'll get the message out.
And you know what? We'll air it on Mondays because more people
Well,
watch it.
it's
on
Cougar,
Monday.
it's Cougar Monday.
It is
Cougar
Cougar
Mondays.
Monday. Yeah, it's a Cougar Monday here. Next Monday, Cougar's going to draw our winner
Yes.
for the LiftMaster 8365 garage door opener, plus 2 remotes, keyless entry pad from Firehouse Doors. You thought it was today, didn't you? You thought it was today.
I was a little excited.
We'll have to make you wait a little bit. It's
I
that
know.
tease. It's next Monday.
Yeah, another week.
Coming up today, we'll get to see if we got a correct answer in last night's Sunday night trivia. We have our 2-cent history lesson coming up, and our featured child of the week.
From Orchard's Children's Services, we'll be talking about that as well. So, lots going on.
Should we check the news?
We shall.
Are you ready with the news?
Are you?
The news is brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers.
All right, here's what's going on. The Lansing Diocese has confirmed a priest who resigned as pastor of St. Mary Magdalene Church in Brighton this past April did, in fact, have sex with a teenager. According to a release from the diocese, in March of 2021, a high school student reported to the diocese that the person's friend, a 16-year-old male, had engaged in sexual activity with Father Sean Lowry after connecting with him through the mobile app Grindr. The diocese said Lowry admitted to the alleged sexual encounter, but claimed to have been made unaware that the young person in question was 16 years old. He presumed he was an adult because Grindr requires users to affirm they're 18 or older. The diocese says has immediately forwarded the information to the Michigan Attorney General's office, which began an investigation, but then concluded no charges could be brought, as the state of Michigan statutory rape law requires the victim to be under 16. Likewise, they said since there was no allegation the sexual contact was non-consensual, there was no crime under Michigan law. The findings were also forwarded to the Vatican's Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith in Rome, which said because Father Lowry's conduct occurred prior to the implementation of new standards for priestly behavior, he could not face sanction under those new laws. Following his resignation, Father Lowry, though, is reportedly now seeking laicization or dismissal from his clerical state. He would then become a layperson. Livingston County's annual State of the County address is set for next month. The 2022 address will be held Tuesday, November 1st at 5:30 p.m., featuring County Board of Commissioners Chair Wes Nakagiri, County Administrator Nathan Bird, and several other county department directors providing a look into the county's services and accomplishments. The address will be held in the second floor auditorium at the Jack LaBelle Public Safety Complex on Tooley Road. The public is also welcome to tune into the county's live stream of the event. You'll find that link at mikeandjohnpodcast.com. And a Livingston County man recently won more than $100,000 in the monthly jackpot progressive prize from the Michigan Lottery. My great-uncle, 63-year-old David Urin of Howell, See what I did?
Did you say his last name right?
Well,
just
that's,
making sure.
that's how I'm saying it. You're in.
Your uncle.
You can say however you want. He won more than $104,000 after he was selected in a random drawing that took place September 7th. He earned entries into the giveaway by playing the monthly jackpot game online at MichiganLottery.com. He recently visited lottery headquarters to claim the big prize, and with his winnings, he plans to complete some home improvements and take a vacation. And buy ads on MikeandJohnPodcast.com.
That's a good plan.
We like that, Uncle Dave.
Maybe not. It's great Uncle Dave.
Great Uncle Dave.
Great Uncle Dave.
Super great Uncle Dave.
And that's what's going on, mostly.
News brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers, Brighton's preeminent jewelry store with a commitment to customer service, community involvement, honesty, professionalism, and exquisite merchandise. Are they still in Antwerp, Belgium? Are they still shopping for diamonds?
Why don't you check?
Last I saw, they went to a soccer game.
They've been very,
been very active.
Exactly.
In Belgium. But they're bringing the diamonds back. And Cougar knows that diamonds come back on an armored plane, don't they?
They absolutely do.
I'm just checking because I don't know.
On an armored plane?
Well, like an armored car.
Yeah.
You got to have them secure. It's not like you're going to carry them in your purse, right?
You don't
Or
know.
maybe your fanny pack. I don't know.
I think the plane is the same. They might be in a locked case or something. I don't think
not in the
I don't think they put
storage.
wings on an armored car.
You don't think so?
No, I don't believe so.
That's another idea for us.
So.
There you go.
Super drone. They'll be back, but if you are shopping for diamonds, you can stop by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers. They've got the latest designs from Simon G. and Zagani as well. Cooper and Binkley Jewelers online at cooperandbinkleyjewelers.com and, of course, on Main Street in downtown Brighton.
Right.
So let's take a look at this lottery. He went through a lot to get to our great Uncle Dave.
Right.
To get to $104,000, right?
Someone's calling
I'm
you.
being
Is it your great Uncle Dave?
No.
Wait a minute. While you do that, hold on. I just realized something. This is live.
You forgot to set up earlier. I see.
There we go. I forgot. We gotta get the microphone here a little bit closer to Cougar on Cougar Mondays.
All right.
All right. There we go.
We're
There
back
we
to
go.
Cougar on Cougar Mondays.
right.
Do you want to start the show over?
No, I don't think so.
You sure?
We're good to go.
We're professionals.
Okay.
It even said so in the One Detroit special.
It did.
Which featured us, and of course, Cougar, your theme song,
Yes.
made it.
That's true. So if anyone saw this, if you remember back in July, we had Bill Kubota on the show, and he was here to film a documentary. And, it came out last week.
It did.
Yeah. So here's the first couple minutes of it if you would care to enjoy as we celebrate ourselves.
Yay, us. Notice how I included myself with you guys?
Well, yeah, your song made it.
About the media, not about how more reporters are getting laid off, but how journalism is adapting. Well, a bit of it anyway.
50 years ago, I mean, the newspapers could live off of, if you were the free press of the news, these major full-page Hudson's ads, Highland Appliance ads.
Veteran reporter and journalism professor Tim Kiska was there when the newspaper business was booming.
The free press and the news, in my opinion, are doing a really good job with what they've got. But their resources are limited.
Big city papers, small town ones downsized or gone. In Howell, they've still got the Livingston Daily, but not the powerhouse of old.
When it became really obvious to most people that the newspaper was kind of a shell of what it had been, people would come up and say, "Oh, you must love that."
John King ran the local radio station's news department. Less competition must have been good for him, right? Well, maybe a little.
I mean, I live in this community, and I think communities are better served when you have vibrant, viable news sources that are competing against one another.
So here now, add another news outlet to the mix. Mike Marino and John King got it going on. Giggle for short, where it's looking up for their daily podcast.
Rise and shine. It's Giggle time.
This all happened real fast.
Are you working?
Well, we're doing a podcast now.
Oh, okay.
And actually just finished the podcast and came over here, so that's why I'm a little bit late.
For 2 decades, King and Marino did morning radio in Howell, where King provided award-winning local news coverage.
today is going to be my last day at WHMI.
And today is also my last day.
January 2022, a dispute with radio management. When the station asked King to leave, Marino went too.
The Mike and John brand, for whatever that's worth, is largely built on community news and information.
But there is something we want you to know about, and that's the Miles for Smiles event, which is, it's the 5th annual event coming up.
Yeah.
Why are you putting your hand like that?
Right.
It's like,
because it's
hold
too
on.
early. It's too early.
It's too early?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, about 15 minutes. So I just noticed something, by the way.
That a lot of that was about you?
Well, yeah. Well, I got to talk about you. Anyway, so I'm wearing the same shirt today that I wore the day that we left the radio station.
Was that planned?
I just noticed that, yeah. I'm like, hey.
If you would have told me, I would have worn the
I
same
know.
shirt.
That's why I looked over. I'm like, oh, he's not wearing the same shirt. Darn it.
And I have 2 of that
So-
shirt. If you want to, can't you contact me pre?
I'm sorry. I just noticed it now. But Cougar, your song got featured there.
It
How's
did.
that? Nice.
Yes.
That was
Very
really the
nice.
first thing that I noticed when I watched it. I was like,
Really?
they got the song. Then I saw they got the
Was it really the first thing you noticed? Song.
Kind of. Well, you were babbling on
Well,
and
'cause,
doing
yeah, you were
this.
talking
and
and
I said, oh, they got the song.
Yeah. So no, not only did they get the song, they got the billboard in there,
did.
which means because Bill, remember he came back out in July when he was here, but then he came and got that B-roll using fancy technical talk.
Pat yourself on the back.
Impressive.
Yeah, so he obviously came back out once the billboards went
Or
up.
maybe he just went on the internet.
No, because it was if you watched it, it was an
Okay,
actual
just-
clip of the billboard.
Just
so.
checking.
So, which, by the way, the billboard, that particular one, the one that asks the question, if you will.
Who needs this or that?
Yeah, who needs this or that?
Who needs a radio?
Who needs that stuff?
radio?
That will be back. People have asked, like, hey, where it was there, and now it's gone. Like, oh yeah, it's coming back. It'll be there.
Murdoch. I'm coming for you.
I will find you. The billboard will find you.
Okay, it's coming back.
So,
It's making a comeback.
yeah, it is. So keep your eye out for it.
It's on the Billboard charts. See what I did?
Hey-o!
Going to number 1.
Oh, God.
That just popped in there.
Yeah.
Wasn't like I thought of that all night long or anything.
Like a Pop Tart out of the toaster.
Boom, done.
So,
Now I'm hungry.
yeah. So very cool. One Detroit, of course, and that segment. If you want to watch the whole thing, there's a link on the on our Facebook page. We put it there, and it's a very cool segment because not only does it talk about the Mike and John podcast, but talks about the Detroit Documenters, another interesting group of citizens who are trying to make sure that information about government and the rest still comes to light, even when there's a lack of viable news sources out there. So it's a very cool segment, and thanks to Bill Kubota and Channel 56.
Yeah, did a really nice job on it.
Very nice.
All right, I think that's today's show.
All right, thanks. Take us out, Coop.
All right, yeah.
No, it's not that time yet.
Okay, sorry.
Of course, from pretty much day one, Firehouse Stores has been a big part of the Mike and John podcast, and things have evolved since we started, including doing a giveaway with Firehouse Stores. They've been serving Livingston County for almost 25 years now. Family-owned and operated business, striving to treat each customer like family. Matter of fact, I double-checked, and John's garage door is closed.
Yes.
He is a customer of Firehouse
I knew you were
Stores.
coming, so I
I'm
somehow I
banging on
forgot
the
to lock
door.
the front door. Damn it.
And as things have evolved, Mike and Kim Witt said, hey, we'd like to give away a garage door opener.
Right.
How can we do that? And we're going to do it next Monday.
Based
for all of
on
those.
the winners of our trivia, which last night, an interesting question on
It's
Sunday night trivia,
All right.
SNT, as we refer to it.
The question, 86% of men surveyed believe they can do this.
Yeah.
Only 41% of women believe that they can do this.
Okay.
Now,
So-
in hindsight, looking at the answers,
Right.
I had to put out an extra clue or two
Right.
to see because
Well, generally speaking, what this question, whatever the answer is, it's women are more skeptical than men, which, they should be.
Careful.
I gave a
No,
hint.
I mean it in a good way.
I gave a hint
Yeah.
in last night saying it's not necessarily a talent or a skill,
Right.
but maybe something. It's not something he or she chooses to do. It's like You don't walk outside and say, "I'm going to do this."
But read the
what?
question again.
All right.
The way
86% of men surveyed believe they can do this.
I can do this. This typical guy. Yeah, I can do it.
I can do that.
I can do that. I got it.
I can skydive
You know.
without a parachute.
Once.
41% of women believe that they can do this.
Right.
So, in looking at some of the answers, that's why I threw out the clue. And then this morning we had no winners. So,
Okay.
prior to the show, about an hour ago, I said maybe this will help. Instead of can do this, think it's possible to do this.
All right.
So, if I phrase it that way,
And has anybody correctly?
I don't see
Okay.
it yet. But sometimes
I think you add another clue,
another clue.
and we'll see if
added
we can
onto
get
the
an answer
double, triple
before
clue.
the end of the show.
There you go.
Okay. All right. What's the
So,
clue?
so Susan, what do you think for an extra clue? You know the answer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we did tell you before. Okay, so
I was actually going to say if they were reading last week's, I actually guessed this for an
For
answer.
another
Scrambling.
question.
For another question.
Well,
Searching.
some of the people apparently think every answer is going to be put the toilet seat down or put the toilet roll
Right.
on the right way.
right.
Fill the dishwasher right. I mean, we had these conversations about all these things. I didn't really necessarily.
Right. Like Lisa though said, replace a garage door opener. Okay, Lisa, we get you.
I've done that.
Nice.
I can do that.
Yeah, I think.
But I would
I think she's,
I recommend having
yeah.
a professional, like
Exactly.
maybe Firehouse Stores, take care of that for you. Let's check some of the other answers out.
that are not correct.
Yeah, change a tire, check the oil in a car.
Great Scott said, walk past dirty clothes on the floor.
I
have
can
that
do
power.
that.
I can do that.
Sure.
Whereas most women could not. That
I
fits.
can't believe you just walked by it. Look, you
right.
saw it's in there. You just walked right by it. Oh,
That's
didn't
not.
see it.
It's a good answer, but it's not the right
We're
one.
kind of. Paulette said, "Bank a shot."
No.
That's pretty good if you're a billiards player.
Yeah.
Katie says, paint a room. Are you a good painter, Susan?
Eh.
I mean, like house painting.
I am good. I
Yeah.
don't necessarily have the patience
No, I
for
hate
it.
it.
But if I make myself do it.
It's the trim part, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
The cutting in.
If I can't use a spray can,
Here's your room, kid. It looks like graffiti.
Exactly.
Sure, it looks like a subway car. Build a fire, parallel park.
Right.
Those are kind of things that are skill oriented. So this is something that is kind of happenstance.
Exactly.
How's that for a
Right.
clue?
I mean, for instance, Jillian said, be a good parent, which I think is a little subtle dig at men. We're like, yeah, I'm a good parent. And the women are like, yeah, I don't think so. Women have more self-doubt about their ability to be a good mom, whereas I think dads are generally like, yeah, I got it.
let him cry it out.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah, he'll get over it.
all right. So, do we add an extra clue to see if we?
Well, I don't
I mean,
want
what,
me to-
what was the What was the clue that you
happenstance?
had? What was the clue?
It's more.
Yeah.
All right, relationship happenstance.
Okay.
How's that?
Try that.
All right, I'm gonna put this on there. You guys cover me now. I'm going in.
All right, he's going in, everybody.
We got you.
Hey,
Number 3.
if you're going in on rental properties, then the place to call is Richter and Associates. Hey, you're going in. Get out of here. Richter and Associates.
popped out for a
Property Management, like a Pop-Tart.
I'm back.
Licensed real estate brokers, rental property experts in Livingston, Genesee, and Oakland counties. 40-plus years in the business. Located in downtown Howell. You can go online at richterassociate.com. Susan?
www.richterassociac.com.
Nailed it. Or give them a call, 517-540-9560. Richter and Associates Property Management.
All right, it took me a little while because I misspelled happenstance.
All right, did you correct it?
I did correct
Okay,
it.
good.
Yes, I think so. That's all one word, right? Happenstance.
I don't know.
You don't use it that often, do you?
Don't.
Happenstance isn't one of those
It is
words that
a-
you didn't say, I'm going to say happenstance today.
Right. That's a word like, oh, somebody's been
In fact, 86% of men think that they're going to do that.
used the
Use
word
that
happenstance.
word.
Yeah. If they have like one of those thesaurus calendars, oh, today's word is
No,
happenstance.
the toilet paper roll.
Yeah.
Word of the day.
All right, so now that you brought up the toilet paper,
So can I only use one square? Because I'm going to need more than one.
it's like, All right, if I use just 1 or 2 squares, I don't have to replace the roll. What is the? Do you go to the bare end of the TP, or if there's just like one skin of roll left on it? Maybe
This depends on the brand. Because some, you get a complete tear off. If you
And then you
pull
get a fold back, too.
The full sheet comes off, and you're like, nice.
yeah. And you get the cheap crap.
I'm going to have a good day.
The cheap crap where you got that one that's like shredding. And
Get
trying to get it
shards, and you're like, this
It's
is,
like-
get this out of here.
It looks like the TP blew up. There's paper all
Like
over
confetti.
the place.
So I was like, what are you, having a parade in there?
I don't know if this confetti is going to be enough to cover the job. All right, enough with the toilet paper discussion. Grow up, you two.
Once
Come on.
again, the toilet paper.
Well, yeah.
All right. Today's National Mulligan Day, by the way.
Oh.
And it's not just for golf. In doing my Mulligan research, it's kind of like a do-over day. If there's something that you'd like to do over, like maybe a podcast, deciding a career direction.
Oh,
I
yeah.
call Mulligan.
Yeah. Boss? No, that's one I'd say.
No.
I'm good.
No regrets.
But if there was a mulligan
Of anything.
of anything, you're given a mulligan on it.
Yeah. I don't know. Probably, relatedly, back to when I'm like, I want to be a DJ. If I could go back in that time machine, I'd slap myself upside the head and say, how would you earn some money instead?
Well, I don't know about that, because back when we got into broadcast school and wanted to get into things, radio was really happening.
Oh, yeah.
It was a big
It
business.
was the 80s. Back in the 80s.
when things were really cool.
Yeah.
Sit back, kids, because that's when
80s
things
are
were
the best.
They really were. But
Sure, we had crises that we didn't know about or care about.
we didn't
'cause
care.
were 20.
We didn't care. Exactly.
It's like, I want a cool car, I want designer jeans,
Right.
I want cool shoes, and a lot of big hair.
Right.
Yes. Oh, the big hair.
All right. So
Even
Susan-
I had
So
big.
much fun.
Even I had big hair, and that's why I miss the 80s.
You know what? We need the big hair picture.
It's
Can I get
it's
the big
back
hair?
there on the
All
board,
right.
I think.
Pardon me while I get the big hair picture.
Pardon me, Bob. I'll tell you what. We'll be back in 30
Stay away
seconds.
from the guitar case.
Yeah, we'll be back here in 30 seconds.
Hi, this is Jerry Millen, longtime Livingston County resident and owner of the Greenhouse of Walled Lake. Brighton City residents, you're being lied to. Check out BrightonTruth.com. We'd like to bring a greenhouse medical facility to Brighton and give patients safe access. We're asking Brighton residents to vote yes on a medical marijuana facility being allowed in Brighton. Please check out BrightonTruth.com. The Reefer Madness Group, they're lying to you. See the truth. BrightonTruth.com.
Discover the truth at BrightonTruth.com.
All right, we're back.
And I've got the proof of John King having big hair.
Check it out.
Look at
The
that.
two ladies.
Check
all
out.
woman.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Who's that?
And look at that handsome devil right
Ooh,
there.
Look at that, Susan. We need a picture of you from the
Duh.
Yeah,
80s.
we do. We have you have an 80s picture you can bring
Yeah,
in?
we got to put it on our little
I
80s
have my
collection.
senior picture on my Facebook.
Okay.
I can bring that.
Look it up.
Did you do this pose?
Oh, yeah, did you?
I did not do that.
Were you at a wicker
Did they have
chair?
a sideway pose with the black background? And
Where you picture bubbles.
yeah. So, yeah. Well,
Did you go to prom?
I did. Of course I did. Come on. I was the mayor's daughter.
well, that's true. Yeah. Did you have like
The
a
mayor's daughter.
Did you have a
cannot
security
go to
detail?
prom. I know. Boy, that poor guy, he couldn't get away with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why I didn't do much.
No, sorry.
Trying that smooth move. A little stretch. Don't even think about it, fella. That's the mayor's daughter. So what was prom like for Brighton back in the 80s?
We actually went to U of M, to the ballroom.
Oh, wow.
It was very nice, yes. Yeah.
That was the pre-Crystal Garden days, I'm
Absolutely.
assuming. Yeah,
yes,
so.
Yes.
You didn't go to Roller Ram?
Well, that was like, pre-party. roll around.
Well, yeah, in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
You talk like you were there.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember what kind of car the guy had?
I don't.
See, no, a guy
It was
would
a big
remember his
boat.
car.
Well, yeah,
It was
guys
a
can
guy
never
would
forget
remember-
their
yeah,
cars.
it was a big boat.
And women are like,
big
who
boat.
cares? It was a car.
Yeah, it was,
But it
very,
was my car.
it was very long.
Ooh.
The car?
Took Uncle Texas Cadillac.
All right. It wasn't a limo.
Hey, ironically, my dad's name is Tex.
Really? Okay. Nickname or
Nickname.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
real
okay.
name's Francis.
yeah,
I
I
would
would
go
go with
Tex,
Tex.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did he have any connection to Texas?
Lighten up,
He was born in
Francis.
Texas.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
born
see,
in
now
Texas.
that ties.
That
And he
tracks,
was
yeah.
13 pounds. So my
Wow.
Yeah.
They are bigger in Texas.
Wow.
Yep. So my great grandmother, when she held him for the first time, she said, "This is my Tex,"
That's how it happened.
He was born into a 10-gallon hat.
and he's he's a big boy.
All right. Well, we're learning a lot more here on Cougar Monday. Getting little bits and pieces, putting together the Cougar puzzle.
It'll all make sense
like
one
a-
day.
It's like a Jenga.
Well, we could only help.
I'm going to refresh the answers and see if we got a winner.
Hey, why don't you refresh the answers?
Good idea.
While you handle this.
All right. I will. Hey, as we mentioned earlier, of course, every Monday we're going to feature a new kid with Orchard's Children's Services. These are foster kids who are looking for their forever home. And today we are featuring Leza, 15-year-old teen, an amazing baker who loves to experiment with different recipes. When they grow up, Leza desires to be a professional baker and hopes to one day own their own bakery. Leza has big ambitions for their life and is determined to make them happen. Leza has a very considerate personality. They're often concerned about the well-being of others, and they have a heart of gold, and they make the home a better and brighter place. So we're featuring Leza today, and of course Orchard's Children's Services, trying to find these teen foster kids their forever home, and we're glad to help highlight that. So if you want to know more, of course, go to Children's Orchard Services. All right.
No right answer yet. Apparently my hint. Maybe not everybody's up yet. Let's go to some more of the answers, shall we?
Shall we?
All right, we shall. All right, so the question, 86% of men surveyed said they believe they can do this. Only 41% of women believe they can do this. Then we said, well, think this is possible,
Right.
as a hint. Then happenstance relationship.
Really trying to get it in
Trying
there.
to put it out.
Nail it down.
Now, there's often movies and novels that have to do with our answer.
Oh, yeah.
Even reality
I even if we need another clue, I
Ooh.
have the perfect clue. Do we need another clue? Have we got?
We're just going to have not a winner today, I
Are
think.
you sure? Because I think I have the clue that's going to answer this. I think
Well,
I have the.
Our friend Susie said,
Okay.
not this Susie, but another Susie, little Susie's on the up, change their spouse's mind. So 80, that's a great
Right.
answer,
That
because
is.
86% of guys think they can change their
That's a
wife's
typical
mind.
guy. Yeah, I'll
know?
get her to come around my way of thinking.
Or I'll just do it.
Whereas
Deal with
only
consequences.
40% of them are like, he'll never see it.
I'll just do it without him knowing.
Give up. I'll just do it myself. So
All right.
all right.
We did get an answer.
We did. Okay, good.
However,
Is it a frequent flyer?
it's a frequent flyer.
Yeah.
Now, the rules go
I'm
as
sorry,
we make them up as we
right.
go. But no,
We can congratulate this person.
Yes, we'll congratulate
Unless
them.
we. Well, okay. I wanted to give my clue.
All right, go ahead. Give your clue.
You
Then
tell
we'll-
me whether this would have been a
Give
good
your
clue.
clue for
Yeah.
crying
All right.
out loud.
This is the plot line to pretty much about 90% of Hallmark movies.
No, it's not a plaid shirt guy.
Yeah. But don't you, maybe not 90%, but don't you think
Well,
it's a plot line to a lot of Hallmark movies?
Well, it depends on how many Hallmark movies you watch, John.
Right. I don't watch any. Trust me.
Well, then I don't know that your
Oh my
clue's
gosh,
valid.
they're the best.
I absorb them adjacently because my wife watches them, and I
Yes.
just walking in.
Well,
and out
we'll
of the
ask
room.
Susan. Would that be
It's
a good clue?
must.
Would that be a good clue?
That's a good clue.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't think your percentage is right.
Right. The percentage.
But
right.
it's a good clue.
But
He's
it's
not good at math
it's
anyway.
a percentage of
Yeah.
Hallmark movies have this as their basis.
Yeah.
But our frequent flyer guessed it.
Yes.
How about this? How about females think of this when they think of how romantic?
Right.
Yeah.
They'd like to think
Yes.
that this is how it all
Yes.
happened.
Yes.
When reality,
Yeah.
not nearly as good.
The answer: believe in love or fall in love at first sight.
Right. So 86% of guys think that they could fall in love at first sight.
Or that it's possible,
Right.
I guess you could say. Yeah. Is it possible?
And about half that of women.
So how long does that falling in love after the first sight thing wear off?
See, and also I was thinking about this too. You know, men are very visual. So that makes sense that,
Yeah, we are.
you know, at first sight, you're like, oh
me see
my
a picture.
gosh, she's
Hubba
hot.
hubba.
Yeah,
Right.
I love her.
Because they go,
I
oh,
love
just
her."
describe me to her. You know, she's got a great personality. Let me see a picture.
Exactly.
Or like, let's take supermodel Kathy Ireland back in the 80s.
All right, let's take her back in the 80s. I often
You're taking the time trip back so you can do all your
Then I
career.
woke up. Well, that's
And
over.
then she started to talk,
Yeah,
and you
right,
go, "Well,
yeah.
wait a minute." She's got that high pitched voice, or say Janice from Friends.
Right.
As soon as she said, Chandler,"
My
you're like, oh.
God.
like, well, I was in love for a second. How long does that love at first sight last?
Well, what are you looking to get out of this love?
About 30 minutes.
Wow. Look at you. Well, it was the 80s. It was the 80s.
minutes,
So, all right,
really?
it was the 80s.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
We'll let you have that fantasy.
Oh.
Well,
should
there's
grow up.
the first 3 minutes. And then there's the 25 minutes of recovery.
They should have a recovery drink for that, shouldn't they?
Okay.
All right, we've gone down the gutter and we've been
Well,
there
yeah.
long enough.
That's you're
Congratulations to Tanya getting the right answer
Okay.
for last night's Sunday night trivia question. Falling in love at first sight.
right. Which is, you know,
It's possible, I suppose.
I suppose.
I don't know that it's.
of course, I fell in love at first sight with my wife, as I'm sure.
She did with you.
Oh God, yeah.
Even if you had a ponytail,
I did.
that does say a lot. Do you think it was the ponytail that sealed the deal? Or?
I think, despite the ponytail, that might be more the case on that one. So. All right, Murphy's Family Auto, great supporters here of Mike and John, got it going on. And, of course, if you want to have excellent work done on your vehicle, they are the place to go to. Give them a call, 517-552-3040. They're now open Saturdays 8 to 1. If you tell them Mike and John sent you, you'll save 5% off your bill. Murphy's Family Auto, your car knows, murphysfamilyauto.com.
All right, coming up tomorrow, Uncle Bill joins us for another edition of School of the Fools. Who won last week, John?
Me.
Yeah, I know. Thought I'd give you bragging rights.
Actually, I didn't remember, but I'm like, yeah, I'll take a shot.
You had a 50-50 chance to get that one.
Exactly.
Yeah, you did win last week, so I'll be on the comeback. In the meantime, we mentioned it's Mulligan.
Looking for recovery.
Mulligan Day. If you could do it all over, you might rethink it. Our 2-cent history lesson for this October 17th, brought to you by Oakland Insurance, Drew Goebel and Company. Call today, 248-647-2500. It's National Pasta Day, too.
Ooh, comfort food.
Favorite pasta?
Macaroni
Pumpkin
and
spice.
cheese.
Pumpkin spice.
There probably is a pumpkin spice
that's
pasta.
gross.
I saw pumpkin spice Cheerios at the grocery store this weekend.
Yeah.
I did not buy those. It's Wear Something Gaudy Day. Wear Something Gaudy Day. Now, gaudy is in the mind of the beholder,
That's
don't
true.
you think?
That's true.
You know, because some people think they're looking pretty good wearing the outfit they're wearing.
Some people can pull off wearing a loud, like something really colorful or, you know, fabulous.
Let's totally fabulous.
I don't
Some people
know
can pull
if
it
it's
off, like-
necessary pull it off,
Yeah.
but they, as a woman, seeing a woman wearing something a little daring, I feel like, wow, I wish I had her confidence.
Right.
You know, you admire them.
Well, what
Maybe
do you
the inner
consider-
maybe the inner confidence is what allows them to kind of,
It disguises the god.
you know. Yeah, like if you're just like, yeah, this is, hey, check it out.
I can do this.
Yeah, typical.
Susan, give us your thoughts on gaudy on a woman and gaudy on a guy.
All right, so gaudy on a woman is probably something that is like one size fits all, but
not them.
even if it stretches,
Right.
it maybe shouldn't be worn
Right.
in public. Gaudy on a male, I have to say, I hate those skinny jeans.
Okay.
really think we need to go back to boots.
Well, that's it. Just for I'm never wearing skinny jeans.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't anyway, but
Well,
I'm never wearing.
Are slim skinny?
No, you know the ones that go right around the ankle.
Right.
That the
Where you wonder
girls
how they
wear.
got their foot through that thing?
You know, I actually have a couple pairs of those, and they are very hard to take off. You know, your sock comes off with it, and they're inside out, and you know.
That's why I won't wear them, Susan.
We definitely
the whole sock
Has
thing.
nothing to do with the
used
fact
them
that
in
the waist
80s.
is
No.
nothing happening there. But nonetheless. Okay.
All right, wear something gaudy day.
Yes.
1860 on this date, the first professional golf championship took place in Scotland.
Did they call a mulligan?
See, that's why it's Mulligan Day.
Well, maybe that
Because
is.
Mulligan's a Scottish name.
I bet you they did.
I'm looking at
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I think Mulligan's an Irish name, isn't
The
it?
research department's on it.
Maybe you're
You
right.
know,
Yeah.
Scottish should probably have more of a Mac in it. You know, like MacGyver. Or
Ah, the old MacGyver clan.
McGillicuddy.
Ah, the old McGillicuddies.
and there was also the first swear word used in a golf tournament on this day in 1860. Charles
All right.
Kraft.
Okay, before we move on, interesting, according to our staff at Wiki and Pedia,
They're overpaid.
the earliest known use of the term was in a 1931 issue of the Detroit Free Press.
Wow.
Somewhat predating the earliest citation, it says the most common explanation of the term's origin is it was named after a golfer with the surname Mulligan, the main candidates being either David Mulligan or John A. Buddy Mulligan.
Wow.
So, now you know.
He was probably a crappy golfer because he had to take every shot.
Pretty
a
much,
couple
yeah,
times.
yeah. So, there you go.
It was on this day in 1880, Charles Kraft, founder of the Kraft Food Company, was born. And thus, the name Chuck E. Cheese. So his name is Charles Kraft. That's
With a
where they
K.
got Chuck E. Cheese.
Did they really? No.
You can use it if you want.
I won't, but okay.
You can research.
You want- you want
You
me
know
to
what?
research
While
that?
Wikipedia is
All right,
on the job,
okay, look up Chuck E.
let's
Cheese.
see if Chuck E. Cheese was named after Charles Kraft.
Chuck E.
It gives him something to do.
I know.
It was on this day in 1959, South Africa firm De Beers announced that synthetic diamonds had been produced. Fake diamonds, John.
You got to get the real diamonds.
You know where you can get those? Cooper and Binkley Jewelers.
They're
Downtown
getting them
Brighton.
in Antwerp as we speak.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
In
Coming back in
19
an armored plane.
yes, they are. The steel suitcase. 1962, number one on the Billboard charts. Not the billboards that we're on. The Billboard charts. Monster Mash by Bobby Pickett and the Crypt Kickers was at the top of the charts. Number one. Doing the mash.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. Monster from the slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
They did the
they did
Monster
the
Mash.
Monster Mash.
It was a graveyard smash, John.
They did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
They did the mash.
Whatever happened to the Transylvania Twist? Did you find out more on Charles Kraft
I
and
did.
Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh, no, I was looking up Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. It was actually founded by Atari founder Nolan Bushnell, who went to if you remember the Country Bear Jamboree at Disneyland.
Oh, I sure remember that.
He wanted to make something that was like that. So he came up with this thing and called it Coyote Pizza. Then he changed it to Rick Rat's Pizza. Then somebody pointed out,
Yeah,
probably
Rats
not,
don't really work.
probably not going to go well.
But if you call the mouse a Chucky,
So they changed it to Chucky. So that's kind of a boring story.
yeah, so he got that from Charles Kraft. Okay. 1977.
We need to have an asterisk on this history lesson.
Had you going there for a second. Then 1977, after 5 years, an American court ruling finally allowed that the supersonic Concorde jet could be used at JFK Airport in New York. So they could finally land that thing after 5 years.
Was it circling? Was I running out of gas? All right, you can land.
On this day in 1995, Rhino Home Video released 58 episodes of The Monkees on 23 video cassettes, the largest video box set ever.
Ooh.
Is that like 2 episodes?
Probably.
Something like that? I mean,
They're already on,
now you can probably get them all on 1 DVD or, 2 DVDs in a box set.
Stream them.
Yeah. No Monkees thing? Okay,
No Monkees.
never mind. And finally, it was on this day.
Hey, we're the monkey. I know that.
Cyclist Lance Armstrong in 2012 lost a host of endorsements in the wake of his doping scandal on this day.
You big dope.
10 years ago. Yeah. He still had to ride the race.
He also lost Sheryl Crow.
And
Idiot.
I wonder what his biggest loss was.
Dummy.
And that's your 2-cent history lesson for today.
All right. Well, we certainly learned
That Chuck E. Cheese was not named after Charles Kraft.
they were going to call it Rick Rat's Pizza. Come on,
But
kids,
I
let's
bet
go to
you
Rat's
that has
Pizza.
to do with Pasta Day today.
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe. Oh, yeah,
Well,
you're
'cause
thinking
of
mac
Kraft.
and cheese.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at
yeah.
that.
See, she's all over this.
That's why it's Cougar
Yeah.
Monday.
That's right.
It was Mulligan Day.
I wrap it all up
because,
for you.
Why
In a
again?
pretty little ball.
Because the calendar said it's Mulligan
No,
Day.
I thought there was something in the history about golf. Wasn't there something?
Well, yeah, the first golf tournament.
Right. So, yeah, that's why it's Mulligan Day.
Professional.
And then Pasta Day because Kraft was born.
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
Got it. You
All
tied
right.
it all together, and I don't know if that's true.
Well,
But you know who it's true when it comes to insurance is Drew Goebel and Oakland Insurance. Go ahead, John.
he does tie it together.
Yes, he
Like I'm going to right now.
You're smooth.
Because Drew Goebel at Oakland Insurance and Michigan-based Frankenmuth Insurance wants to provide you the peace of mind you need. If you want to get frank about insurance, you want the lowdown, you want the skinny, not the skinny jeans,
No.
but the skinny about insurance. Drew Goebel's the guy to call. Oakland Insurance, 248-647-2500.
I think the Ramones pulled off the skinny jeans.
On stage?
Yeah.
Don't you think the
Okay.
Ramones,
Yeah.
they could pull off the...
Well, yeah.
Those guys, the Ramones, could pull off the skinny jeans.
Well, any jeans they were wearing would be
'Cause
skinny
they're all
jeans
ripped
because
up.
they weighed
They
like,
were
what,
twigs.
18 pounds each?
Exactly.
You know, so
Group weigh-in. Hey, we hit 120 this week.
well,
Hey, if you haven't checked out our new designed website, MikeandJohnPodcast.com. Talk for a second, Susan.
he wants you to move your head.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
See, MikeandJohnPodcast.com. What Susan said right there. I got it.
Thank you.
Crush
Very
it.
nice. Oh, like Vanna White.
We reached out to Austin Lee from Orb Solutions, and he has done a fantastic job. I want to thank him. If you're looking for website design or redesign, he's the one to call. Honest, integrity-driven marketing and technology. An agency based in Royal Oak, Austin, started the business back in 2018 to help his dad, who is a contractor. He's helped a lot of contractors get their websites up and running. Give him a call today or check out their website, www.orb.solutions.
Yeah. You don't have to say the www.
I liked saying it, though.
You don't have to.
www.
Nothing says I'm an old
W.
person. www.
No, when you say W, that's like an old guy would say it.
Yeah.
Or
W. Well, we went to broadcasting school, and that was one of the first things they taught us.
W.
W.
Yeah.
Ooh.
See, we did pay attention.
Well, that
And
first
that's
day.
why we're in the basement.
That's right. This is what I'm talking about. I want that time machine. I want to be a DJ. No, you don't. Go get a job.
Orb.solutions.
No.
All right. I think that's our show today.
Isn't that enough?
I think so.
All right. You got anything else, Susan?
Maybe in post show.
Oh, all right. We're going to leave the post to Susan today. All right.
Think so.
All right. Take us out.
Yeah. Mike and John got it going on. Monday's Cougars got it going on.
More or less. Want a mulligan?
You've been giggling with Mike and John and Cougar. Tune in next time. Giggle on.
All right. We're now post show.
Yeah, we are. I was
you
going to
got?
hang up the picture of John and I with big hair back in the 80s, but I'm going to do that post show so I don't knock down
There's not going to be any post.
the... No, when we're
when we're all
everything's
I'm not adding a new
just in case
segment.
the thing
It's now the
falls down.
post show.
People can't watch that.
It's kind of like the late show.
Yeah,
the
no,
post
we're not
show.
doing-
We're not doing
Frankly,
that.
I don't think anyone gets to the exclusive post show.
Oh, there's some.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, there are.
weirdos. Anyway, what do you got?
Anyway, I just wanted to point out, I was so mad at you guys this week.
Is it about the guitar?
Yes,
I was
it's
only
about the
kidding.
guitar.
I wasn't going to touch the guitar, I swear.
Oh,
I told him not to.
yeah, right. Uh-huh.
Let's go to the post show. and
I said, "Hey, that's Susan's guitar. You don't touch
That's
that.
her property.
Put that down."
I think it was more like, quote, she won't know.
she stayed.
Whatever. What are you going to believe? The videotape or me?
Yeah, pretty much a videotape.
But
Okay,
see,
fine.
I did say it's in the case. You never know.
Yeah, but I
so-
think the only thing that saved my guitar was the fact you were afraid to open the case.
He was afraid to open the case.
didn't wanna
What
break
might
it.
be in there. So what I did was I brought stuff out of the case and put it on the shelf back here, so that you don't have to go in the case.
It's like she's breaking.
Uh-oh.
Like,
to see.
it's like she's moving in.
Okay, so tomorrow morning we're going to go, hey, what are you doing here?
There's a toothbrush and toothpaste here too. What do you want, a drawer too? It all starts with the guitar, guys.
Right.
Yep.
They're like,
Leaving the
Where
guitar.
are my bowls? Who moved them? I just rearranged the kitchen.
So what do we got there? We got a candle
No, I've got some pink nail polish.
and a Barbie doll.
A
Is
Barbie
that
doll.
the Cougar doll?
Hold on, maybe we got to capture
Yeah,
this.
you better zoom in.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
Let's see if I can get out of the way here. I've got some ponytail holders, a pink razor, a purple toothbrush. I have some tampons, some panty liners.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So just in case.
I'm glad I didn't open that case.
Wow.
That's like security right there.
So the tampons are those like a some sort of like a voodoo thing? Like you're gonna surround the guitar case with them. We'll be like
Well, I figured if he would have opened the case and that would have fell out, he'd be like, "Nope, I'm not
He
doing
would have
it."
screamed. I would have.
He didn't even get that.
Ah!
That would have been John, like John with a spider.
Ah! So, all right. Well,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yep.
That's
I'm,
your,
I'm glad I didn't touch that. I will
your-
never even think
that's
of
your
that
watch.
again.
Yeah. So
All right.
You're
just,
smart.
just a little warning.
All right. Well, now we know.
Yeah.
Told you not to touch it.